Bam, we're live. Love the word, eh? Awesome. Welcome, Reptile fans, to another episode of FNL Reptile Chat, number 6, our 6th one, man.
Wow.
Kicking goals.
Lion.
It's good to be back with you again. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, I'll be your host tonight, Troy K, and along with me, as always, is Wayne Larks. So, welcome to the show. What are we talking about tonight? Tonight, we'll be talking about what's involved in proving out a mutation. Now, whether that be in an antaresia, carpet, whatever, a mutation is a mutation. So, there's a bit of work involved in that. We wanted to cover it last week, but we got carried away and we didn't want to skimp on anything. Good evening, Michael. So yeah, that's what we'll be talking about tonight. But first up, what we'll be talking about is g'day from New South Wales. G'day, Birchie. How are you, sir? First up, give me 20 seconds here, folks. I'm just trying something one more time. I try something new every week, hey. It fails every time too.
At least you're trying.
That's it. We're trying and we're learning. Every failure is something learned. So, volume. I gotta.
Yeah, that's supposed to be off.
Yeah. Hang on, folks. And look at that, man. We can see comments.
Awesome.
We got comments, guys. Usually we're staring at the phone, squinting and carrying on, but tonight we're keeping up with technology. Anyway, before we get into tonight's show, what's been making the news on Facebook? What's been doing the rounds on Facey this week? Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first? Or?
I could start with that King Cobra.
Right, man. What's caught your eye this week?
That was right on my skipping, eh?
That was Nerd, wasn't it? Over at Kevin Curley.
Kevin Curley, that's
with leucistic cobra.
King Cobra.
That's it, King Cobra.
Found in the wild.
Yes.
In adult.
How something that crisp white made it to adulthood in the wild.
Exactly, that's what freaks me out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So
he's white.
Yeah. Now, who's he? He's what's his YouTube channel? Do you know his YouTube channel? Nerd. Jump on.
Just look up Nerd.
Yeah, look up Nerd,
yeah.
and yeah, you'll see him for sure. He's
New England Reptiles.
That was it. What else did you spot? Anyone else that grabbed your attention this week, or?
I can't remember.
Don't give you a pick of the photo, pick of the week away yet. Pick of the week away yet. That was a mouthful.
Alright. So no, not yet.
Not yet?
No.
Alright. Now, before we get into tonight's show, I have got some sad news. Last Friday night, I ended with letting you guys know about Johnny. When we first started this show, I was telling you about my old boy, Johnny, my father, fighting the fight with cancer. I ended it last week saying that, stuff wasn't looking good. Sad to say, he passed away Sunday morning at 2:15. So, that's horrible, but I'm not going to get upset. Johnny would kick my ass if I did. He raised me to be hard, so we're going to push through, man. We're going to have one hell of a show. Look at that, we're up to 85. We might crack 100 tonight.
Oh, awesome. That'd be nice.
We're on a roll. So, Johnny, we're gonna do our best for you with this one, mate.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Facebook. I was on Facebook again while everyone on the dialysis machine. I'm on Facey. So now again, speaking of, this week was a bit scattered for me, folks. I'm going to be doing my best. Look at all those hearts and so. Cheers, people. Means a lot. So I was a bit scattered this week, but we're going to do our best to bam out a good one for you. Facebook. ARC Morelia got a granite thread going over on carpet pythons on Wednesday. So if you're into granites, and I think most people in Australia that have got carpet pythons love the granites.
Yeah.
Yeah, head over to carpet pythons, scroll down to Wednesday, and yeah, you'll see a post there from ARC Morelia about the granites. Plenty of amazing photos. So that was good. I've also got in Australian pythons and Morelia, Caleb Teal got a ISO thread going. Now I think ISO's isolation thread. I'm not 100% sure, but he got an ISO thread going on there, and that was where anything goes. We cracked 100.
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
Awesome.
So yeah, that was pretty well. Anything went on that, and last I checked on that was well and truly over 150 comments. So check that one out. And if you're looking for a key jerker, head over to where am I? Albino Pythons Australia, where Paul Douglas got a kids thread going, and that was all about kids and the reptiles. And look at this, 115. Well done, people. But anyway, Paul Douglas got a really good thread going on the Albino Pythons Australia, and that was kids, and the new generation coming up. Look at this, plenty of well dones from everyone. So well done to all of you guys. So now you've done what you seen on thing, and yeah, that King Cobra was nuts.
Yeah, it was.
I got YouTube now. For YouTube, I've got a lot of Australian stuff. This time I got. I'll lead it off with a couple of Yanks, couple of Americans. Only because they're really good friends, and I enjoy watching their shows and stuff. So you got Camp Cannon, and he done a lizard cage makeover. So that was a good one. Head over to Camp Cannon and give him a sub if you haven't already. Jay Brewer from Jay Prehistoric Pets. Jay's just entertaining us.
Yeah.
I love watching Jay.
Yeah.
Now you guys were lucky enough to have Jay over here.
Yeah.
Was that this year or last year?
Good question. Last year.
Late last year.
Late last year, I believe.
That's right. I was too sick to come over. I was hanging out to get over here and just couldn't make it.
He's a gentleman,
Yeah.
he is what he is.
Yeah, hats off to Jay. I'm a huge fan of Jay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and over, if you guys have never heard of Jay Brewer from Jay Prehistoric Pets, welcome to Planet Earth. And head over to Jay Prehistoric Pets on YouTube and check him out. He's big time entertaining, folks.
That's Mutations Plus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what the work he does over there.
Yeah.
And who's the breeder? He's got Tim, isn't it?
Tim, yeah.
Oh, the work they do, amazing. But onto the Aussie YouTubers now. This is what I want to start concentrating on. We need to back our Aussie YouTubers. So we've got
Right.
Peter Birch from Criticam, leading the way the whole way. Always love your work, Peter. This week he done his four favourite reptiles. So and that's like his four favourite in his collection.
Yeah.
So hats off to Criticam and Peter Birch. We've also got Wicked Wildlife. Now I mentioned them last week. Again, he's another young YouTube, not young, yeah, he's my age, bit younger, but he's a young channel YouTuber that needs the help of the fellow Aussies. He's in lockdown like the rest of Australia. He's going to turn to social media. He's going to turn to YouTube to help pay some of the bills to feed the critters. So if you can, jump on Wicked Wildlife and give him a sub. Now he done a really good one on a Colette's too this week. So if you're into venomous, or if you're just learning about venomous, it was very informative, and they're a very pretty looking snake. So and he done well. I think it was freehand on it pretty well most of the time, which...
Yeah, they seem to be pretty placid.
Yeah, well, a number 19 on the world. So he was saying that. He was saying about how, how calm they are and whatnot. If you can, jump over and give it a watch. He's he's a good one. And I've got a new one for you guys. Now this one is he's new, and when I say new, he's got 6, maybe 8 episodes up. A young fella by the name of Jesse, and he has got Australian Reptile Central. So again, very new channel, but he's a young Aussie giving it a crack. Head over and yeah, if you like it, give him a sub, give him a chance, because like I said, he's young and giving it a crack. So give him a chance. He'll get up there with the rest of them, I hope. So that was my my dialysis this week. On dialysis.
Yeah.
Now before we get into talking about what's involved in proving out a mutation, and while we got so many up and going, we got 114, so we got a lot of new viewers this time around. One thing we've been doing is we've been playing this little game called 2 Truths, 1 Lie. And what we do with 2 Truths, 1 Lie is either Wayne or myself will go through and we'll read out 3 scenarios, and you guys have to pick out which is the lie, and then comment down below. You have to let us know which is your lie, and then we'll go through, we'll have a bit of a chat about something, and we'll get back to you and let you know which the lie was. Now I've got to apologise, I threw Wayne off last week and I asked him for the truth when there were 2 truths there and only 1 lie. I watched that back and absolutely cringed. But anyway, we'll get into this one. 2 truths, 1 lie, and Wayne done last week. I'll do this week. So we got number 8. So number 1, letter A, however you want to play it. When I first started YouTubing, I was scared of public speaking. B, my first ever public talk was in front of 1,000+ people, and I loved every minute of it. Or C, I bailed off the stage on my very ever first public talk within the first 5 minutes of my presentation. So there you go. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Which one's the lie? Let us know. Load your answer up down below, and we'll get back to that one. All right. Talking about what's involved with proving out a mutation. Now this one I feel lucky that I've got Wayne beside me. Wayne has actually done this, and he's proven out a mutation, and he's been able to give that to the Australian hobby. Where myself, I got like I'm not going to say halfway through. I got 3/4 of the way through there with a mutation, and whether it be an entering mutation or whether it's something else, it's definitely a mutation. And yeah, that's been finished off by Jared, and yeah, Jared's. We're not going to steal the thunder away from Jared from that one. So again, once we'll get Jared up and cover that with Jared. But anyway, excuse me, folks. Oh, I just had one of my I just had one of these things. I don't eat these days, yeah, and this is what I drink, and they made me as phlegmy as buggery. So that's like my steak and veg right there. So kidney failure, you know. Anyway, talking about proving out a new mutation and what's involved with it. Would you like to go first? Or?
Yeah, first of all, you got to know what a mutation is.
Yes.
To start with, that's like it's something different. But you got to prove that it's different.
So it can be colour or it can be pattern.
It can be colour. It can be pattern. Yeah.
Just something different.
It's just something different.
Right.
And then you gotta then you gotta you gotta get 2 of them to start, if you got, it depends if you got one or two. Usually you'd get a couple though. So I don't know. What do you reckon? Do you reckon you'd get single ones or it could be anything?
Yeah, man, I don't want to cut you off. I just read a comment here. We want to try and keep hold of these comments, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to cut into this speech reading out a heap of comments, but we're just talking about YouTube and Theo, and we got Joe Panther here. A lot of people having their kids watching Australian reptiles. So I haven't checked that one out. I'll have to check it out. So yeah, I'll have to check that one out and see what that's like. But yeah, a lot of kids watching Australian reptiles. So I'm assuming that's got to do with YouTube. So check it out. Cheers, Joe. So sorry, yeah, I'm with you. As in, just say you've hatched out something that's different. It's either a different colour or a different pattern. Well then, right, you got your starting point, or you find it in the wild.
Yeah.
Because let's admit that's where a lot of the mutations have come from. Have been the wild.
Yeah. I'd even say you just found one.
Right.
For
Yep.
instance, right? Then you got to make hets. Like you got to breed that to something.
Yep. To work out the mode of inheritance.
Yeah, mate. You got to work out that, and you got to work out if this thing's got to pass.
Yeah.
So yeah. I just got to start then.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. No. Then you got once you get some breeding,
Yep.
you got to pump them out, work on the inheritance. You'll find out with your first couple of breedings,
Yep.
hopefully, and just keep going like that. And then once you start getting stuff, you got to pick the ones that you need. Like you got to. Well, it could be incomplete. It could be recessive or whatever. And how do you recessives are just like the albinos.
Deb's asked you to come a bit closer, man.
Really?
Yep.
Hang on, there she comes.
Here she comes, yep.
Because you don't have the earpiece in, you haven't got a microphone, so move closer.
Well, there you go. One's coming closer,
okay.
so he keeps he usually wears the left. I wear the right, but his left one keeps falling out.
Yeah.
I can barely hear you.
So he's coming
Bloody
closer,
things.
folks. We'll fix this. We'll fix this. The volume.
Alright. Where were we?
You've hatched out, so you've got one. You've paired it. You've
Yep.
got some bubs out. You're
Yes.
raising the bubs out, trying to work out the mode of inheritance, whether
Yep.
it's a recessive or incomplete, or whether it's dominant.
Yep, which you should work out on. Should be able to do that with those breedings. And then you gotta. Oh, hang on. This is bad. Yeah, breed. You got to find two that look similar, basically, to put together. And
Yeah.
my head's just gone black.
Alright, I'll jump in if you
Yeah,
want.
jump in for the
Alright.
recessive.
Alright, I'll jump in. So what I done when I was trying to prove out the possible entry line was first the animal come into my collection, close to 1.5 metres.
Yeah, that's why you couldn't hear me before.
Yeah. So right, what I done when I was trying to prove out the entry line was first the animal come into my collection. So that was it done its time in quarantine, and then from there I put it with virgins. The reason why I went with virgins is retained sperm.
Yeah.
I've been caught out on retained sperm before, and I wanted to take that right out of the equation. Now, retained sperm is from a female that you've bred the past year, and she's retained some of the sperm. It is what it sounds like. So, what I done is always virgin females. With him, he was in the coastal line, like your Axanthics.
Yeah.
But I had 0 pure coastals. So what I did was I tried with the hypo bred lie. The reason being, Henry's supposed to strip red and reduce yellow. So I want to see how much red it strips. So it went with the virgin hypo bredli. It also went with the virgin albino Darwin. The reason I went with the virgin albino Darwin is exactly the same as Wayne with these axanthics, is that if it proved out Henry, in theory, when you put your double hets together, you'll get your snows. If you inject the caramel line in there or the hypo line, then you're in track for your Henry moon glows. So I went, followed Wayne's line of thinking there with the albino, plus tried the hypo bredli because I didn't have the coastal. But before I done that, I made sure, and this is something you would have done too, was made sure you had plenty of holdback, plenty of cages for the holdbacks, yes?
Yeah. Lots of room you need.
Because when you're proving out a project, you're not putting the male and the female together and then selling those bubs. If you're doing this properly, you're holding onto those bubs and for years. Yes.
Yeah, and you're breeding from all of them that you can.
Yeah.
Really, to try and get to your goal.
Yeah. So that was one thing I made sure. I made sure I had plenty of room for the hatchlings, and then plenty of room for the adults that, as they come through, the hatchies, sub-adults, then adults. So I made sure I had plenty of room for that. Done the pairings. To the hypo bredli, done no good. To the albino, sweet, got possible double hets. So seeing as though if you're proving out a mutation, if it's going to come out incomplete, it's going to come out looking like the animal that you're trying to prove out. If it's going to come out dominant, it's going to come out looking like the animal that you're trying to prove out. If it's coming out recessive, it's going to come out wild type. So what we've done is we crossed possible Henry, which is the animal that we're trying to prove out, with the albino. Sweet, we've now got double hets. From there, that's where I come sick and I had to bail on the project. But from there, the plan was the double hets go together. Now from that, you should tell from some of the clutch should come out albino, some of the clutch should have come out Henry, and some of the clutch should have come out snow. So that's how you would have been able to pick from that one. With your het going to het, you're still going to get your wild type, which is the Henry, which was the visual animal I was chasing. If we had a cracked of snow, that just would have been a bonus.
So I was lucky with the xanthics when I got them, because I got two.
Right.
So all I had to do was grow them out, breed them, done.
Yep.
But then it comes to doing the moon glows.
Yep.
And stuff, chasing them. That was a bit different. That took me, I think, about 6 years or something to do.
Right.
Because that's you got to combine all those genes together.
Well, it's a multi-gene animal, isn't it? 3 or 4? 3.
Yeah, four. If you could,
excuse me.
if you complete, if you count the extra hypo.
Hypo. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was pretty crazy. So that we had to do xanthic to albino.
Yep.
Had them in my collection, but just luckily.
Yep.
Had to put them together, and then from that we got what happened there? I remember the first. No, that was the xanth. When I did the xanthics, how that was different. I wanted to make snows as well.
Yes.
So I just put the male straight to an albino.
Right.
And then just sort of see what happens.
Right.
And I had it in the enclosure. Yeah. I can't remember Yeah.
That's what you get when you go live, folks. If we done all this pre-recorded, we'd have it all edited, looking smick for you.
Yeah.
But we are live, so you guys get to join in the fun with us as we go.
You wrote down the basics too.
Alrighty. I'm trying to see which way the back on Aussie YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Get some love. Sorry, Peter Birch, back on the young Aussie YouTubers, subscribe to their channels, give them some love. There you go.
Yeah. For sure.
Good stuff. Alright, now proving out the mutation, I've heard people say about that they think that it's impossible to prove out a mutation here in Australia, that a lot of the mutations come from overseas and get shipped over.
Yeah.
Now you and I were just having a chat before the show.
Yeah.
Trying to list out hang on, trying to reconnect. Now we dropped out there for a minute, folks. Hopefully it's back up. We were just talking about, people were saying that, I wasn't looking at the screen, I'm not sure when it dropped out. People were saying about the, you don't get new mutations popping up here in Australia.
They all come from overseas.
Yeah, all popping up from overseas, which we were thinking, crap. So Wayne and I were having a bit of a chat outside. Well, the ones that we've come up with so far, and I'm sure we're forgetting a heap.
Yeah.
We've got the albino line that we know was in the carpets that was found in that caravan up north. You got Darren Whitaker with the silver pepper. You got yourself and the Axanthics in the coastal.
The Axanthics.
And then the Axanthic jungle is out there as well. So there's Axanthic times two. You got the hypo lines, countless. You got hypo bred lines. You got the hypo lines that Rod McLeod got up that way up the Sunshine Coast. I can't remember where they come from. You got people working on the hypers and the which are the straight blackers and the possible adderies. Now I don't know if that's the right word for it. And then you got your ant mutation. You got your marbles, your albinos, your T pluses, your pieds. Again, all done here in Australia.
Snows, moonglows.
Yeah. Olives. You got the albino again. The original one was found in a mine shaft up in Townsville. You got some people working on the granite olives. So there's, if you've heard of a mutation being worked on here in Australia, let us know.
Yeah, or if you think you've got one, just quietly let us know.
Yeah. I'm trying to work out which way these come in. So trying to work out, we got the comments going, but I took my eyes off them. Now I've lost which way they were. They were coming in. I'm pretty sure I got it. Which way they were rolling.
Everything before.
Yeah, a bit of a mind blank.
Yeah. That's what you get for smoking.
Speaking of smoking, I will address that actually. It's been brought to my attention by a couple of people about me smoking cannabis on live on these reptile shows, on these reptile chats. Now, a couple of reasons why you do see me smoking the cannabis is one, I'm a big believer in it. I'm pro cannabis. Two, I'm pro cannabis. If you're plus 18, no kids, no. But yeah, plus 18 and you're sick, hell yeah, get into it. It's done wonders for me. The reason I do it is headaches. It drops blood pressure. It stops the headaches, kills the nausea, stops the vomiting, and increases appetite. So if you do see me lighting up a smoke during the show, it is because there's a headache coming, or I'm feeling a bit nausea, or pain is really starting to get to me, or something like that. Now I know Wayne smokes it because he threw his back out doing tuna fishing, wasn't it?
Yeah, tuna fishing.
Back with the poles.
Yeah, well, this was the whole thing, bring them in, farm them, everything. But we won't go there. But you don't see me smoking because I've had enough Already.
Now, for those of you that used to get behind K Brothers, all the episodes we've done there, thank you so much for all your support. But I can guarantee you, the difference between that show and this one is this one's live. We're coming at you, and there's no breaks. With K Brothers, there were plenty of breaks and there were plenty of smokes out in between to keep me going and to keep me upright. Where a lot of people, some people smoke it and crash. It works the other way for me. The one that I'm on, it keeps you up and going. It gives you the energy. It kills the headaches. It kills the nausea. And yeah, it helps me function. It's what's helped me function. Oh geez, I'd say the past 5-6 years. So I remember Denver coming at me once when he oh look, I'm 2 months sober. Big whoop, man. You know, I'm 5 years high. Yeah, piss off with that shit. But anyway, so that's
up for 20 years.
yeah. So that I just thought I smoke every now and then, and because I enjoy it. Yeah. There you go, Justin. Yeah. Well, it's dude. I don't know why it's illegal. It's stupid. Canada just made it recreational because their economics was in a downturn. So they made it recreational so they could tax it, helping the economy out. So anyway, that's my spiel on cannabis. So if any of those that don't like me smoking cannabis, sorry, that's what keeps me up and going. But that's enough of a rant about that. We were talking about mutations.
Yeah, it's snakes.
Yeah, let's get back talking about snakes and mutations and stuff. So we were talking about proving out reptiles and what's involved in it. So do you follow Miller Wilson? Nah, sorry Ryan, I'm not sure who that is, mate. Dean of Green, Australia Chemist University, look him up. Will do, John. Appreciate it, man. Smoke away, boys. Good on you, good on you, Troy. Chris. Snows and Moonglows Australian. Yes,
they are.
The very first ones were produced by this man here.
Yes, they did.
Peter Birch. How do you prove the difference between polygenic and recessive traits? Good question, Peter. Now, to me, that lies in the numbers. Yeah, when we're talking recessive, rule of thumb is 1 in 4. So if you're going to prove out a recessive, I'd go on the numbers. I wouldn't go one clutch. I'd go a few clutches, and I'd take the average. What did you do with the axanthic?
I had visuals, so I could tell.
That's right. You started with visuals.
Yeah.
And you got visuals straight away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
you know, we got hats as well.
Yeah. So, let me grab this one. Rolly seeds. My water has a half pink, half blue tongue and has white pigment on its head. What do you reckon? New mutation. Now, I don't know about a new mutation, but one thing I'd like to talk about, and we'll talk about it in a minute, and that's markers. So don't let me forget about markers and what a marker is. If you've never heard about a marker, I want to talk about them because that's big in mutations. But yeah, with recessive, if I had something like the possible entry, if just say I had to put that to the wild type, coastal, your normal coastal carpet python, everything would have come out wild type because knowing what Wayne had done with the axanthics, knowing it's like a cousin mutation, you'd expect it to work in a recessive manner. So you put that with your wild type, bam, you get out a heap of hets. So wild type looking animals, raise them up, put them together. Now when you put them together, 1 in 4 should come out visually what you're chasing. The rest are going to be possible hets. 50% will be het. 25% will be wild type. You don't know which of the het, which of the wild types. They all just get classed as possible 66.6% hets. On the markers, me and I can't class that word. each hatchling. Magnifying glass. Yes. Yeah,
Mm.
Joe, I'll get to that, mate. Me too. So yeah, you'd with that you'd get your 1 in 4 in your hatchies. Then Luke Skywalker, what snakes do you have for show and tell tonight? Any FNL specials? I don't know, man. We'll get to that one, Luke. And then once you got your visuals, you raise your visuals up, put them together. Once you put them together, in theory, 100% should come out visually what you're chasing. Now that's how you know you got your thing. How did one? How did Wayne come across the moon glows and how did they start? Hang on, Jack. We'll get back to that in a minute, man. Now once you got your visuals, I think that pretty well covers the recessive. You wanna cover that and how'd you come across your moon glows and how'd they start, and then we'll get into incomplete dominant.
Well, I was pretty lucky because I seen moon glows before in boas and stuff.
They haven't been retics yet.
They've got snows in
They got snows.
ticks now.
That's what I've seen. Yeah, sorry, keep going.
That's about it, I think. But yeah, I had all the ingredients really. I just thought genetics are genetics, so it should work the same. And I gave it a go, and it really did. All I had to do was get an albino to an xanthic, and far out, I keep going away.
You're getting wide parts all the time, just wide like. So the question was, how did Wayne come across the moon glows? How did they start?
That's how it started. I seen him over there, and I thought, I've got albinos, I've got xanthics, and I've seen them in ball pythons as well. They were really pretty. Yeah.
Cheers, Paul.
But that's how I came about it. I just put the ingredients together, and I thought that the extra bit of hypo to get the super hypo in there would make them even better.
Yep.
So I chucked that in, and it did. Makes the full moon really.
Yep.
So.
No, Patria, I won't.
That's it.
Patria's up me for having a smoke while you're talking. She's been on the glass. Oh, not the smoke. She's been on the glass tonight. I think she's having a rough trot. Patria, she had one of her very good mates pass away too this week. So sorry about that one, Patria. And if that wasn't a bad enough kick in the guts, she had to get a dog put down this morning. 30 grade big Neo, massive, biggest
beautiful
friggin' dog I've ever seen. I forget his name, but yeah, he had to get put down.
Neo?
Oh, I can't remember, but yeah.
I can't remember now.
Try to set the Friday in the inbox and my water python. Oh, champion, man, I'll check that. That was from Joe. I'll check that when we finish, man. I'll chat with you. But let's talk markers, and then we'll get into incomplete dominant.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned markers before. Do you want to have a crack at explaining the marker, or do you want me to?
Oh, you can, but I only really know of one in carpets.
To me, when I'm talking about a marker, I'm talking about anything. Now, that could be tongue colour, could be a different colour scale, it could be anything. Now, Joanne Birch mentioned before that they go over each hatchie with a magnifying glass, and I said me too. And the reason why I do that, I heard of the spot-nosed ball python. Have you heard of that thing?
Yeah.
Now, the spot-nosed ball python, for those of you that haven't heard of it, it's got a different colour scale. Right on its nose, my jag has one orange scale and is just black and yellow. I'll have a listen to this one, Chris. So the spot-nosed ball python has got one different scale, one different colour scale on its nose. You put two of them together, you get a super form. It's a marker for an incomplete dominant mutation. That's the marker. This one little scale that's different is the marker. Put them together, bam, totally different snake altogether. So what is a marker? A marker can be anything different. It can be the tongue colour. It can be different colour scales. Eyes, yeah.
A stripe on the tail.
Now, being here in Australia, with the amount of snakes we got out in the wild, the amount of mutations kicking around out there that haven't been discovered yet, I reckon there's heaps. I reckon there's plenty. Look at the ball pythons. Look at everything that they're doing there with the mutations, and that's from guys going over every snake with a magnifying glass, like Joe said.
Ball pythons are like a standard pattern sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas we got polygenic genetics in our way.
Which is what Peter was talking about.
Yeah.
Peter Birch asked the question before about recessive and polygenic. Now, to me, quickly, polygenic, very simply, is pretty to pretty. So if you're chasing a pretty snake, you put a pretty snake to a pretty snake. If you've got a paradox, no, we'll get to that one, Luke. Different again, yeah. But if you're chasing a certain trait, if you're chasing a certain trait, you can do that with your polygenic breeding. So a good one would be ocelots in zebras and jags.
Yeah.
They usually don't come with that, but we're starting to see jags and zebras with the ocelot pattern. Ocelots in the black-headed python. Striping in black-headed pythons. Blackheads are usually banded.
And the zebras.
Yeah. Towards the end, Dan and I were making, striped black-headed pythons. The train tracks, the gold chins. With the axanthic BHPs, you're going to have the silver heads and all that. That's all polygenic. That's from having an axanthic black-headed python with a bit of silver, putting it with another axanthic blackhead with a bit of silver, and it's going to increase the amount of silver. So that's polygenic quickly. Now, the next one for me would be incomplete dominant. So to me, incomplete dominant is you've got a visual head.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to explain it. And your jags and your zebs are your classic examples. You've got a jag. It's an incomplete dominant mutation. You put a jag with a jag, you're going to get a leucistic, being the super form. You put I'll get to that in a minute, Kyle. You put a zebra with a zebra, and you're going to get a super form, being the super zeb, patternless animal. Do we have any other ones
Incomplete dominant stuff
in Australia kicking around at the moment?
Crikey. Well, hypos are incomplete. What else is there?
The hypo's a good conversation. I want to do hypo conversation one night, people. That'll be a good one.
Nice ones out there.
And then dominant. So to me, that's your incomplete. And then dominant is your Peter Birch again. Polygenic is just another flash word for line breeding.
Yeah.
And then dominant. And dominant's an easy one. Just say you had a black snake, and you pair it with a wild type, and half your bums come out black. That's pretty well dominant. That's either dominant or incomplete dominant. When you pair, they raise two up, pair two together. If you're not going to get a super form, it pretty well proves out the dominant side of it. Dominant. You need one, pair it with a wild type. Half your clutch should come out the same as the dominant, but they just don't have that super form. I think that's the easiest way to explain it, pretty well layman's terms.
Yes, that makes sense to me.
So that's pretty well, those are the mutations that we've got kicking around, and if you're proving out a mutation, that's what you're proving out. You're proving out whether you got a polygenic, whether you got a recessive, a dominant or an incomplete dominant. So that's what you're working with.
Or a combination.
Yeah, we are ticking along in time. We are 8:20. So I want to get through a few of these questions though. We got
I'd love it.
paradox. Someone mentioned about the paradox.
Paradox.
I think that was Skywalker. I think that was Luke. Might have been someone else. Anyway, someone mentioned paradox. We mentioned the paradox a few times. You guys have actually done paradox to paradox.
Yeah, we have.
And what'd you find?
In that instance, we found out that the paradoxes aren't all what would you call it?
A visual albino. Oh, so
Well,
not
the
visual.
visuals aren't necessarily a complete albino.
Yeah. What we
They can
found.
be hets.
Chuck in I'll skip another.
And that's because of the fact that the paradox is actually two embryos in the what would you call it? They're just like cells at this stage, but they're two embryos and they come together as one. And one's different colour than the other, like one's albino and one's not.
One's wild type.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different again to the chimera though, isn't it?
The chimera.
The chimera, sorry.
The same way,
It's
basically. There's
right.
all that in cell form.
So it's like two things two embryos fusing together.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how you get these snakes that just look like paradoxes.
So a paradox, albino paradox, will never prove out when paired with another albino paradox and throw albino paradoxes. It's a combination of two snakes fused together.
Yeah, it's two fused together. So they might produce more twins than other snakes and do that, but we didn't have any like that.
Alright, so there was that one. Let's go with I'm only confused on if the what's that maker is a headaxanthic or a paradox form. Sorry Chris, my eyes are playing up on me, man, and it's small water.
From here either.
Oh, sorry, I moved it on.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Actually watched a video of yours the other day that was 6 years old, showing all your old BHPs. Loved it. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, man. Love the. I watched some of the old ones myself. One of my favourites is the In Search of the Spotted Black. That was my favourite episode. Reminded me when I was young and always out on the road. I have an albino male who shows no interest in mating. That was Patria Ryan. She's on the source tonight, so we're not answering any of hers. Start answering too many, she'll just keep them coming.
Yeah.
You're just viewing tonight, Patria. Just scrolling through some comments here, guys, looking for some questions to answer them before we push on to the next thing. I just don't want to leave anyone out. Here we go. Joey and Payne, but paradox in others have been different, e.g. Antaresia. I'm not, I don't know any paradox Antaresia. I'm not sure which one Joe's
What do you mean
following.
different?
Can you give us an idea on the Patria's up me?
As she does.
Yeah, no, you've had too many. You're out, girl. Maybe he's more reserved. Guys, any tips on getting baby BHPs feeding? That was from Harry Butler. My advice: assist feed the buggers straight away. They come out the egg, leave them for a couple of weeks till they have their first shed. Try them that first night as soon as they shed. If they don't eat, assist feed them. Get them going straight away. Get that gut working. Your thoughts?
We've got some painful ones at the moment.
Yeah. So if they don't eat straight away for you, start assist feeding. Anyway, if we're done with that, before, and if we're going to get a few questions come through, load some questions up, guys. So I'm happy with proving out mutation. Load some more questions up if you got some more questions on that. We'll cover them next week if we can. Other than that, do I think your dog's a paradox? I think it's a harlequin, isn't it? It's got different colour eyes and shit. And
yeah, it's a merle.
Yeah, there you go. Harlequin merle, I'm going to say, Joe. Yeah, load us up with some questions.
Story.
Yeah. Now, you guys are loading all them up now that we got a rough idea on what we're doing with questions.
And there are chimeras in humans as well, and other animals, cats. So your dog could be.
Yeah. So before we played a little game, 2 truths, 1 lie, where I read out 3 things. It was, and out of the 3 things, you guys had to load us up with you guys had to tell us your answer, which one you thought was the lie. So for those of you that missed it before, 2 truths, 1 lie. A, when I first started YouTubing, I was scared of public speaking. B, my first ever public talk was in front of 1,000+ people and I loved every minute of it. C, I bailed off the stage on my first ever public talk within the first 5 minutes of my presentation. Which one was the lie? B. B was the lie. I don't think I've ever spoke in front of 1,000+ people for a full presentation. For some of the Scars and Tails festivals, I'd grab the mic and I'd get around and have a chat, and there'd be 6,000 people there, but that wasn't like a proper presentation. B is the so B was the lie. The truth. The truths was when I first started YouTube, and I was scared of public speaking, and when I first done a public talk, my first ever talk was about the jaguar carpet python and the genetics concerning them and yada yada yada, and I was still learning it myself, and I was scared shitless. And Ben Whittle at the time was working at Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary, so I got Ben Whittle to come along to this talk for me in case I got scared and bailed, and I put the talk together, I put the photos together, and he could deliver it. And after 5 minutes I bailed, Ben got up, took over, but luckily it was in front of a home crowd. I think it was the first ever Repticon held by Pet City, and there was 80 people, 100 people, but that was in Brisbane, that was a home crowd, and I knew 95% of the crowd, so it ended up being good. I got up there for like 50 minutes and had a ball, and that's what that's what got it started on that one. That was 2 truths and 1 lie. Questions? We can. All right, you wanna? I'll go through. I'll find some questions. You wanna just get a couple of snakes out? People are asking for snakes, man.
Show them something like markers, like Rugby Jag up there. It's got some marker looking things on it.
Yeah, well, there's a good one. Something that you're working on.
And the ocelot thing we had out before.
There you go. Yeah, we had some before we started the show. We had some snakes out and stuff. So we'll get some markers out like we were talking about, and we'll show you guys exactly what we're talking about when we're talking about markers. Hey guys, all the best from Germany. Stay healthy there, Germany. We hit Germany, man. Well done, Germany. Spread the word. Get your mates watching. Cheers for that one. Who was that? That was Andreas from Germany. So champion, man. Here we go. We've also got. I'm not going to say this because this is Polish, but we got Poland watching as well. G'day, Poland. So right, that's it. Well, I'm going through looking for questions. Load through if you want. Where you're watching from? Painful fears. Which one you got out there?
See the marks on the side of it?
Now, what are you looking at? You're looking at these orange scales here?
I'm looking at the orange scales. I'm also looking at these marks along the side.
Now, you might want to get it right in close and up high. So these
See,
guys can actually...
it's supposed to have colour in between here.
Can you get any closer? I'll get back so you can get right in. And yeah, explain to the people exactly what you're talking about. I'm going to pinch your phone.
Yep.
Go through comments.
Go for it.
So go nuts, man.
See the pattern on the side here? It should have more pattern, more. These should be filled in and stuff. I'd say that's a marker because I've got the male that made this as well, I reckon. And I've proved it out to carry on to other things. It's not just polygenic. But yeah, I don't know if you can see it.
Show us your secret projects, mate. And that's a yes from me, Cuppa.
What's that?
He's getting takeout.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
Yeah. He's getting kebabs, I think. Anyway. Lovely. Always good. Good on you, Corey. Appreciate it, man. So you did. Just give me a minute, folks. I'm just going through trying to find some questions. I don't want to miss out on any questions. I know that's where we've been lacking over the past couple of weeks while we've been learning all this sort of stuff. So I really don't want to miss any, but they're coming through. How's the rat supply update going? To be honest, Luke, I haven't checked in with that one with any rat supplies this week to see how they're all going. To see if panic buying is still going ahead with it. Yeah, what have we got there, Sal? What are you working on?
This is it's not from you actually. Hey.
Oh, that was so close to the Johnson?
Oh mate.
Penis.
Penis.
Oh!
That's the finger.
That's right on the tip of the finger. I'd take the dick shot over that. Get in there.
Look at that.
Oh,
That's in there.
Oh, no, come down a bit, come down. Oh, right there, stay there. Do not move.
Oh, you kidding?
Let people take photos of that shit.
My whole finger's in his mouth.
Oh.
And it's the middle finger.
Oh. Oh.
But
You watch these laugh comments come through thick and fast right there. Here they come. Oh.
Oh, look at that though. You can see the markings there.
Yeah, while he's still.
Like it's, especially here.
That's it. Plough through it.
He's not, yeah.
Plough through the pain.
Yeah. It's only pain. I'll try not to bleed on your keyboard.
Oh.
Alright, that's a marker.
Dad, we might need
That's a
some
marker.
betadine and your assistance in the steak room, please.
No, you should be
You don't want to go around there and...
right.
Oh, you got two ends? What am I talking about?
Alright, so look out.
Oh.
While we're waiting for this one to come off,
Yeah.
we might as well get
Saw
another
multiple good lookups last season in a pair of BHs, but no
one. Get
eggs.
up now there.
Yeah. Now I've got a comment here.
Give me a little massage on my finger.
You're right. You can get. Oh shit! I've lost comments. No, there they are. I've got a. You're right. If you want to disappear, I've got a comment here from Jason Stevens. Saw multiple good lookups last season in a pair of BHPs, but no eggs.
Don't touch it.
So what I want to answer there is just because he is bleeding everywhere. Just because you see multiple lockups, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to get eggs.
You're getting what you want.
You get look at this drip.
It's going everywhere.
Yeah. I'm going to do a bit of a spiel while you bleed in the background, man. So just because you see multiple lockups doesn't mean you're going to get eggs every time round. Hang on, good time for a question. Do you guys just let the snakes do their thing and wait for them to release, or do you have any? Do you have any? I can't read the rest of it. I can't find it, but I'm pretty sure it's about. Do we have any tricks to get them to let go? To me, I use metho, but I have heard vinegar is just as good, if not better. Here we go. Do you have any special tricks to get them to let go? So what do you do? Blow its mouth then? Oh, he's doing his own little one.
Just let it go.
So, sorry, I got sidetracked on questions, and I'll get back to that one to get them to release quicker. What was I talking about? Yes, just because you see lockups, you're not going to get eggs all the time. You need to prep your females before breeding season. So there could be multiple reasons. The female just might not have had enough weight, and she thought, right, there's I'm not producing eggs this year. She might have been too over conditioned, and again not producing eggs. Heating. There's multiple reasons that they could come into effect. So just because you have seen lockups doesn't guarantee you eggs 100 times of the year, 100% of the time. Sorry. Now there was the one there about getting snakes to let go earlier if they do lock up, if they do bite you and wrap up. Hot water. Now, when I say hot water, I'm not talking boiling hot water. I'm talking warm, warm water, enough so it's uncomfortable. So so not the mouth nostrils. Alright, Chris, hang on. So warm water might get them to let go. Blowing in their mouth. I've heard people blow in the snake's mouth while it's latched on, and that'll get it to let go. Myself, I used to use metho. Now, someone made the comment before, not down the snake's nostrils. No, what I'd do is I'd try and go in the corner of the snake's mouth for a couple of reasons. The snakes didn't like the taste of it, the scent of it, and they just let go straight away. And again, the smell of the perfume, I found they didn't like that, so they'd let go. Someone told me, Trent Humphreys, I use metal tweezers and just rub the grip bit on the end over the teeth gently, usually to let them go pretty quick. So hang on, I'll try and read that one out again a bit more clearly, Trent. I use metal tweezers and just nub, and my eyes are shot here, man. It's either nub or rub, either one. Nub the grip bit on the end over the teeth gently, usually to let them go pretty quickly. So there's a little tip there from Trent Humphreys. You got another snake for us, man?
Yeah. You want to jump aside for a sec?
Is this that ocelot girl?
Yeah, this is the one with the ocelots.
I'll grab another snake. This one's worth a good talk about.
Oh. So this is a zebra with just a normal zebra. It's got heaps of ocelots on it. And it's hungry.
Now, I remember Nev Rybelt breeding a few like that years ago. With the ocelot.
This could even come from there. I'm not sure of the origins.
I remember I picked one up as I spotted the ocelots and thought, well, that's definitely something worth working on that ocelot line in those.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember.
Yeah, this is one that Dad got to keep.
So yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah, lovely ocelots.
Yeah. You can see it right down the back here too, man.
Yeah, it goes
it's not
everywhere.
just the side, yeah, it's on the back there.
Yeah,
I think it's
all
got
over the
ocelots.
snake. He's a good breeder too.
So there's another little project you're working on, ocelot zebras.
Yeah, ocelot zebras. Look at that belly.
That's stud.
Yeah. I like bellies as markers too.
And
I
we
gotta
got
pull
behind
that
you.
back.
Right, yes, the one you picked up from. There you go. Yeah, Deb's just confirming that one come from Neb. I actually, there you go. I actually picked that one out.
There you go.
So there you go. No wonder why I like that one so much. Job looks like my zebra. Yeah, there's a few getting around with the oscillates. It's definitely something worth working on. We'll see him eventually. The just straight oscillate, that busy pattern will go. Troy, please check on Wayne. I think he's ready for another hit. The guy's just laughing at you, mess around in the background and back up track. Alright, so sweet. I think I'm up to most of the comments. And what do you guys normally feed? Can the mate? Jeez, which tub you choose from? Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker wants to know if the viewers can pick the tub. I got no problem with that. It's not my collection.
Sure, as long as you don't hit certain ones.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I know there's one tub in particular he won't let out.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it, guys. Yeah. Go for it. Pick a tub. So we'll get one. How do you want to do it? How do you guys recommend on picking this tub out?
Which row?
Yeah, right. So which row? We're going rows. So what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. You count them along, man. 1, 2, 3, 4.
From the wall there. 1, 2, 3,
We got a second up from the top.
4. Second up.
Second up from the top. I'm thinking back there.
This one, that was the one.
That one you just had out.
I had that out before.
All right, skip that one.
Didn't
Alex Reynolds, third tub in the third rack from the right. Third rack, third tub, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you dickhead.
Is that the one that bit the shit out of you?
Well, they're done up here, so we can go through.
That's one that bit the shit out of him, Alex. So lots of votes for that one, man.
He's like, yeah.
There are plenty of votes coming through for that one.
Again.
Oh, they want to see the one down as well. I think they can see it.
This one.
Yeah, it looks. Oh man, that looks like it's going to cheat the shit out
That's
of you.
pissed. Yeah.
I'll let you make the call on that.
Oh, fucking shit.
Fifth, and Ryan Fox, fifth tub, second row. There we go. So second row, Ryan Fox. Fifth
Second
tub.
row.
Yep.
Which one does he want?
Fifth tub. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one, I believe. I think that's it, Ryan. I'm hoping that's right, mate.
Is that right?
Is that right? Give us a yes or no, man. Troy Tuesday. Now we're just waiting. Sorry, guys. There's a little bit of lag. We're just second tub, first row. We go this. Oh, that head comes straight up.
You went in the third row, didn't you? Oh, fuck that.
I really don't think that's gonna happen, man.
That's the next one over.
Oh.
What?
Third row. Yeah, well, no, still got. That's the Ryan Fox. That's the one.
This one.
Really, Ron? It looks spidey, man.
It's a jag.
No, it's a jag, and it's sorry, we can't do that one. That one actually shows a bit of neurological disorder. So if we get that out and mess around with it, that's just going to mess with it. No, that's not the one I meant. All right, geez, fourth row, seventh down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one there, I reckon.
Oh, Bob.
Who's that?
Bob.
That's Bob.
Yeah.
Where does Gut Boy live?
No one's picked up one yet. One, two, three.
Yeah, a few of them have. Yeah, third rack, fifth tub down. That was from Jeremy Noble.
Is this the one?
No, that was no. Someone else was asking for that one. I can't remember, but we'll get this one out. This one's going. Look again, guys. These are horrible people. These snakes get fed so much here. This time of year that
watch this.
every time they see the tub come out, they think it's food. Well, that calmed down nice. Jeez, that is stunning. 75% hypo.
Yeah,
That purple tub, is it? Bread light, sorry.
Yeah.
75% red light hypo, Jay. That's purple tongue, isn't it? That's not my eyes playing tricks on me.
Yeah, I believe it's purple.
That's stunning.
Yeah.
Can you, yeah, I don't want the people missing out on this thing. This is gorgeous.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. With no red on her yet.
Handle with care here.
Oh yeah, just touch my ballies. Yeah, she's 75% bread low. And there's hypo in there as well.
And the jag film.
Yeah, jag, of course. Jags are beautiful,
They
except for when they go crazy.
The neurological disorder is a shame, but it's not in every single snake, and it's nowhere near as bad as what people made it out back when Jags first hit Australia.
Calm handling,
Yeah,
leave them alone.
yeah. If you have got a neuro snake, leave it on the branch. Leave it in the cage.
Yeah, leave it how it likes it. Some like it in a cage, some like it in a tub.
Yeah, some get more secure in a tub. Some do get. That's good. Very good point.
Yeah.
I've had some that freak out in a cage because it's too big.
Yeah.
So they feel very secure in a tub. I've had others in tub that freak out in the tub and they feel more secure in the cage. It's knowing your animals.
She's not going to bite me though.
Stunning animal, man.
Unless I mess with her.
Anyway, people, we won't keep going with that. That was a bit of fun. We might do that. We might do that every now and then. I'm out, gents. Night cups.
Right, mate.
We might do that again next time.
Yeah, we might.
Oh yeah, depends on if we're over here. So because time's ticking on, and we still got stuff to cover. So we've covered the 2 truths, 1 lie. One thing I'd like to cover is I made a note of it there, so I'll cover it there. So next on the agenda is giveaway. Reptiles Down Under. We've been talking about Reptiles Down Under and their giveaway that they've been doing with Riverina reptile relocations of the albino olive. Now that is being announced tomorrow, I believe. So make sure you stay in contact for that one. Also, head over to Bromy's Pythons and get involved in that comp over there. There's a Paradox. You want to get that Paradox olive out. You get that out every other show.
Comes out every.
Yeah, you may as well make that one the mascot or something, man. Has that thing got a name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, it hasn't got a name.
We should get people to name it one day.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, that's another subject. Anyway, what am I up to? I got the giveaway. Yes, Bromy's Pythons. Head over there. He's got his het hypo Darwins, and that's either in caramel or jag form. To go over there. So head over to Bromy's Pythons. That's an easy comp to get involved with. Post of the week. Now, have you covered post of the week already or not?
I haven't.
For
I
you?
can't remember what it was. Have you written it down?
I've got a post of the week from this one. This one I gave. People are probably going to laugh at this one. I gave this post of the week. This was in Australian Reptile Enthusiast, and it was from Chris Lowe,
asking about why Australia can't keep exotics. Now, I found this interesting, and the reason why I found it interesting is because you had all these answers coming up, you know, disease, yada yada yada, or every old excuse under the sun. And then you had Ash Bennett come in and shut them all down with saying, well, most of the shit that's over in Australia has been bred over there the past 15, 20 years. You know, very few exotics are coming over these days.
Yeah.
So to me, that's a very legit question. Why Australia cannot keep exotics? So I'm giving that one post of the week. And if you want to get involved with it, head over to Australian Reptile Enthusiast and yeah, get involved with that one. Pick of the week. Now I know. Did you write down where that axanthic was? That ghost?
Oh, that was
Because I remember your eyeballing that thing, eyeballing the hell out of it.
God damn, who was that? You mentioned him earlier. That's right at the start.
It's Wayne's fault we can't keep exotics. Well, there you go. That's a fair reason. It's your fault we can't keep exotics. Go on.
Wayne.
Yeah, go on, arsehole.
Oh,
Cheers, Wayne.
you might as well blame me.
Come on, Jason. Anyway, you have a thing about where you seen yours. It was a kick-ass ghost set. Not ghost set. It was a kick-ass ghost, I think. Deb is Andrew Getty produced the Paradox Olive. Oh no, we're talking about something else.
He produced this one.
Andrew Getty did.
I think so. Yeah.
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 But pick of the week for me this week anyway. I'm torn between two. Well, you're thinking of yours. I'm torn between two people. Now, one is for the animal itself. Now, that one's going to Niles Brookman, or Brokeman, however you say it. Now, that was a Super Zebra Jaguar Paradox, and that was over in Carpet Python World. I think Roger Lester got a thread going over in there. Show us your zebs or show us your super forms or something like that. And yeah, that Super Zebra Jag Paradox by Niels Brookman or Brokeman, however you pronounce it, that was a kick-ass animal for me. The whole thread was good. But also for another one, the Reptile Report. It's very hard to go past the Reptile Report. And if you go back to last Wednesday, there was a photo of a stunning iguana on there. And here we go, Ryan Fox. Anyone know what happened with the Burmese python Tony Harrison caught the other week? Yeah, as soon as we live in Australia, that thing got the needle. Within a couple of hours of Brooke and Tony handing it in, that thing was on ice. Unfortunately, spoke to Brooke about that. The reason, again, stupid rule, why Brooke and Tony weren't allowed to keep that, put it in quarantine themselves and bring it out for educational purposes in like 12 months time is completely beyond me. But that was euthanise that poor thing. So hang on, let me find these comments. We're going thick and hard here again with these comments. So those were my pick of the week. How'd you go with yours? Do you remember? Did you remember who posted that?
I don't remember his name, but he runs Morelia.
There's Morelia. There's Python of the World. Morelia pick of the week. Morelia.
The one you mentioned at the start.
I can't remember that far back, man.
Yeah. Flick back.
No, I haven't got it written down.
Nah.
I was going off the top of my head.
Damn. But it was an awesome
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Amazing. Anyway, those are the pick of the weeks. Deb, if you can...
that one Deb saying it was crap.
Deb, if you can remember that, what was it? It was a ghost?
Yeah,
was it a ghost Super Zebra? Or was it just a ghost? Or what was it?
It was a full-on ghost.
It was a ghost, yeah. And it looked It was a
Almost
step
looked
back
like a
from
slipper.
Alec Leith's.
Yeah.
Yeah, thing. Anyway,
I don't know where it was.
anyway, speaking of the reptile report, what have we got in here? Shout out to Tyson Evans for making the reptile report last Wednesday. Always love it when an Australian makes a reptile report. I don't know why. To me, I hold the reptile report very, very high up. I think it's a very very high up there page. And yeah, I love it when you see an Australian make the reptile report.
Yeah.
So hats off to where am I? Hats off to Tyson Evans for making that one. Also got to give a shout out to Troy Brommy, Andrew McCallum, and Jason Deacon, and everyone else that shared this thing around again tonight. This thing,
Everyone that watched.
yeah, this thing got shared around a heap. We got up over 100 people watching there at one stage tonight. I think at 117, 120, something like that. So
It's still like 75.
yeah, and so hats off to you guys for sharing it around and helping. And Peter Birch, I don't think I mentioned him, but he gets mentioned every time.
Yeah.
But Pete, for everyone for sharing it, thank you so much. You know, this thing isn't as much fun without you guys watching it. Now that we've kind of got a rough idea on the comments, you know, this is going to get better. So I held that page highly until they posted an obese bearded dragon in a funny light. It was quite sad. I think I remember the photo you're talking about, and that was a monster beardy. So sorry, my readings are a little bit bad. Thumbs up to all you guys. Yeah, champion for sharing it around. And it's you guys that make it so successful. What else have we got? Next Friday night, instead of the past couple of Friday nights, we've been doing this on my Facebook page. But next Friday night, I want to try it on. We've now got the FNL Reptile Chat page going. Now, what I've done there is I've rebranded the K Brothers page. So for those of you that have seen a bit of work going on K Brothers during the week, that's what that is. That was myself and Jess, the wife, on there fiddling with that sort of stuff, getting that page ready for next week. So keep an eye out for that. Next week there will be a lot of interaction on that page where I'll be chasing you guys to really get involved and help keep this thing going, because again I want to make this show for you guys and for you people. What else? We'll be shooting next Friday night, most likely still from here because my internet is absolute shit. Why, I don't know. I've been practicing all week. I've got another booster, all that. While we're in lockdown, I'm finding it very hard to get tech people out to give me a hand. So for the time being, I'm in lockdown, you guys are in lockdown. We're about the only people that we see. So we'll probably shoot from here. This will be the location. Will be Morelia Magic, but on Facebook it'll be over at FNL Reptile Chat. If you haven't given that page a like already, make sure you do. Make sure you head over, give it a like, and be ready for next week. I'm going to be wanting to play around a fair bit next week. I love watching and listening. Only had pythons a couple of years and got to learn a lot of info from that was from Brad Foster. Cheers, Brad. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support, mate. Next week, make sure you join us over on FNL Reptile Chat. What else? Also, during the, I've been having I'm not going to get into it because, one, I don't believe in airing out dirty public laundry and shit. What am I trying to say? I don't believe in airing out dirty laundry in public. And it's nothing really. It's just two brothers having a shit fight. So I'm not really going to get into it. But I'm having a prick of a time getting all my YouTubing gear out of Denver. So it's pretty well I'm starting from scratch again. And anyone that knows me and that's been following me knows that when I sold out of the snakes, I put a lot of that money in the stock market. So, you know, you can kiss that shit goodbye for a couple of years. So we are really, I'm really just starting off again with bugger all funding behind it, and you know, we're just starting fresh. So one thing, I'm not sure if you're aware of it or not, but on YouTube is I upload these to YouTube. I upload the full show for those that haven't caught it during the week. You know, you can catch it on Facey, or you can go to YouTube and watch it if YouTube's your thing. But what I do is I also break it down for the people that can't watch the full section but just want to watch a certain section of it. Excuse me. Another thing I've started doing is I've started doing it every morning, and that's morning motivations with Troy K. And I figured I've seen a fair bit of shit in my life, and I've kept depression away. So why not try and, you know, pass some of that on, read a few quotes, you know, do a bit of this and that, and try and, you know, just start the day in the right direction for a few people. Now with YouTube comes funding. If you guys jump on YouTube and give it a watch, if you get enough views, where you start getting paid a little bit of money. The other thing you get, I only found this out last night too, and this is one thing I'm very excited about. If we can crack 10,000 subscribers, we can get a merchandise channel. A little merchandise page thing. So we need to bump that up. We're sitting just over 6,000 subscribers now, and again, that's been rebranded, done that this week, from K Brothers Pythons to FNL Reptile Chat. And what a pain in the ass that was, but it's done. I think we've done it right. So if you haven't subscribed to that, head over to that and do us a favour and give that a sub. If you get a chance, watch the morning motivations and let us know if you like them. You know, leave a comment. Let me know if you like them or not. It's something I'll definitely be doing the whole time during lockdown, because, you know, I'm at home with nothing else to do, and I'm getting a kick out of it, and I'm hoping it's helping a few people out there. Next week's I'm hoping to have some fun with. Like I said, it was sad news with my old boy Johnny passing last Sunday morning. So for the next morning motivations with Troy K on YouTube next week on the FNL Reptile Chat, I want to have a crack at doing some of the advice that Johnny gave me as a kid to help make me the person I am today. So that Peter Batch, I'll call you tomorrow about some YouTube. So appreciate it, Peter. I got no idea, man. Denver was the tech guy. I'm the pig breeder / snake breeder. So I haven't got a freaking clue, and he's a tuna fisherman. So you got the blind leading the blind here. Any help we can get is really much appreciated. I'm not asking for donations, because everyone's going to have a hard enough time coming up with, you know, Australia. I believe Australia's coming in for a hard time. Keep your money. Do us a favour if you want to help us out. Jump on YouTube and, you know, just watch the morning motivations or something like that.
Yeah.
What else? We've been at it for about an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It flies, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Are you happy? Usually I'd cover upcoming events as well. I know I haven't done that tonight, but coronavirus, everything's in lockdown. Stay safe. That's about it. Stay at home.
People.
Don't go out. Don't be stupid. Don't do anything silly. Don't go to the beach. Go to the, you know, just send one person out if possible. Be as safe as you can. I hate to leave you people when there's still so many people watching, but we've been at it for an hour and a half. Yeah. I'm not sure if Main Dad's still going. If he is, feel free to go and check that out. Not sure why I'm giving him a plug. He actually, you know how I was telling you last week. He made it like secret squirrel shit. Oh, I think he said that, secret squirrel. Yeah, Deb made the application to join and he blocked us. So I'm not sure why I'm plugging him, but you know, if you're still in the mood for some more podcasting, check it out. Go nuts. I'm all about promoting the hobby. I'm not about making anything secret and shit. And yeah, whatever's good for the hobby. And yeah, next week, hope to see you all next week. Please please join us next week because it's you guys that are making this show such a success. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you then. Night all.
See ya.